The best £6.99 I ever spent was on a January afternoon in Brighton in 1989, when I saw something in a student book sale that grabbed my attention. I'd made the journey for an open day at the University of Sussex to have a look at the three-dimensional design course. Ever since I was small, I'd been fascinated by inventions and new ideas and the design of objects. Now that I was 18 years old, I was working towards a BTEC National Diploma in Art and Design at Kingsway Princeton College in London, studying drawing, painting, sculpture, fashion, textiles, and three-dimensional design. Years earlier, I'd given up on the idea of pursuing building design because what I'd seen of that world known as architecture felt cold, impenetrable, and uninspiring. But then I wandered into the Student Union sale and picked up the brightly coloured Taschen edition of Antoni Gaudi by Rainer Zerbst. I opened it at a random page and a switch in my brain flicked on. There I saw photographs of a large, dirty building on the corner of a street in central Barcelona. The building was called Casa Mila. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen in my life. It simultaneously had the qualities of an incredible, raw, carved stone sculpture and a contemporary apartment block. I was stunned. I had no idea that buildings like this existed. I had no idea that such buildings could exist. If buildings could look like this, why weren't there more of them? If buildings could look like this, what else could they look like? 33 years later, I travel to Barcelona to see Casa Mila. I fly in from a meeting in Munich, and as I queue to catch my plane, I hear one of the passengers making a quick call. I don't speak fluent German and can't fully make out what she's saying, but I can clearly understand one word, the name of the man who made the building I'm here to see. She keeps repeating it every few moments. Gaudi, Gaudi, Gaudi. I've seen Casa Mila in real life a number of times before this trip. But today I feel I'm able to grasp its genius much more clearly. I lead a busy studio in King's Cross, London that's designed bridges, furniture, sculpture, Christmas cards, a car, a boat, New York City's Little Island Park, London's Red Routemaster buses, and the cauldron in the opening ceremony of the 2012 Olympic Games. But we mainly design buildings. So I know about the forces of money, time, regulations and rules and politics, as well as all the important people who can tell you no at any moment. I also understand the never-ending pressure to water down a creative vision and how incredibly hard it is to make any new building whatsoever, let alone one that is special. I remember a recent conversation in London with a friendly architect. When I showed them that my studio and I were proposing to place a slight curve above an otherwise rectangular window, they commented, "Wow, you're brave." That comment was a spooky clue to me that there was something badly wrong in the world of building design. As I approach Casa Mila now, I see before me the ultimate dismissal of that scared perspective. A masterpiece by the man who apparently once said, "The straight line belongs to men, the curved one to God." Casa Mila is an unashamed festival of curves. The windows of its 16 apartments look like they have been energetically carved out of a limestone cliff face. It's the opposite of flat. The front of the 9-story building undulates amazingly in the light, dancing in space, in and out and up and down, almost as if the building itself is breathing. In front of the stone are balconies of wrought iron that writhe asymmetrically in abstract shapes, like giant seaweed pieces that protect you from falling. And on the roof, twisting highly artistic chimneys and ventilation stacks sprout upwards from a large terrace.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.